So you have sent me some copies, some question before, and I really thank you very much for the question. And I don't know how we proceed. Are we going through any question, or we feel free? You ask and I answer to you.
なるほど。
Yeah.
今日どう進めていいか。
I
別に
ask you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
よし、ありがとうございます。
So, sorry, I request many questions.
It's okay. It's okay.
じゃあ早速、クエスチョンナンバー1いきます。
じゃあまずどのような国か、ちょっとお伺いしたいと思います。
So, could you explain that? So, what is Albania like? So, could you explain basic information about your country intended for the people who don't know Albania well?
Okay. Last year, yes, with my staff we did a survey, a simple survey about Albania. How does the Japanese people know Albanian? And unfortunately, it came out that 90% of Japanese do not know where is Albania.
90%.
Yeah, almost.
I see.
And even the 10% which knows where is Albania, they do not have quite a recent information or they don't know about Albania. They know location and so on. Unfortunately, because Albania is one of the oldest country in Europe, the history has been severe to Albania. Albania has been occupied since ages ago, firstly from Romans during the 1st century after Christ, and for more than 5 centuries. And then Turkish Ottoman occupied Albania, and then for more than 5 centuries, and then the First World War, Albania was a country transition of the war. I mean, Hungarians, Austro-Hungarian came to Albania, French military occupied southeast Albania, Yugoslavian Serbs and Montenegro occupied north of Albania, Italian city in the west of Albania, seaside coast, Lora called, and so on. So very severe. And during the Second World War, Albania was occupied by Italians, fascists, and German Nazists. And Albania is the only country which has been self-liberated by Nazi fascists.
Self.
I mean, with own forces. No foreign soldiers came to Albania to liberate Albania. It was Albanian partisans who liberated Albania. It was Albanian people organized in a military formation who fought against the Nazi fascists, and Albania was liberated in 29 of November 1944. So very severe history. And all the occupation all the occupators or Nazis, Ottomans, Turkish, try to change the culture, the language, the religion of Albanian people.
I see. So you mean that Albanians Albania had a very strong power to invade the Italian fascists, right?
Albania was invited by Italian fascists. Italian came to Albania. Albania never have, in history, never have attacked another country. We are a very peaceful country. In our history, never Albanian has attacked or has been aggressive to other neighbors. So during the World War II, Albania was occupied by Italians and the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
And Albania were liberated by Albanians, not from foreigner like Russia, Soviet Union forces or communist forces from Soviet Union or Anglo-Americans or so
なるほど。
on. So it has been very sad history. And all the occupators or invaders try to keep the Albanians in darkness. But
大体わかりました。
うん
だからまず去年簡単ななんかアルバニアに関する調査をしたら 90%、90% of Japanese people don't know about Albania。でもアルバニアはすごい長い歴史があって、そのまあいろいろオットーマンのトルコに支配されたり、まあイタリアだったりドイツだったりだったけど、その第二次世界大戦にイタリアでドイツに侵略された時もアルバニアは自分たちの地位を回復したっていう、そういう歴史がありますと。
So, I'm a specialty is a national anthem. So national anthem lyrics say the Albanians get the peace and independence is a history. You say the Albanian get independence history now. So long history
yeah.
to
Normally
independence.
we had our Independence Day is 1912, November 1912, when some patriots and well-educated people decided to proclaim Albania a free country and an independent republic. And we celebrated each year as National Day, November 28, 1912. And for the first time, the anthem of Albania was played for the first time in this occasion, in November 28, 1912.
So 1912 was the independent day of Albania,
Yeah.
but after that, so Italy came to Albania and
Yeah,
invaded.
it was First World War, First World War, from 1913 to 1919, and Albania was in the middle of the war. The war started in Bosnia and Herzegovina and was split in all Balkans and then in all Europe. And at that time Albania was occupied by many forces, and a lot of damage has been done to Albania. And then we had a few years of Albanian governance, kingdom, presidential republic. But in 1939, the Italians invaded again Albania, Mussolini.
I'm sorry.
And then Hitler forces replaced Italy in 1943. They came, Nazi fascists came in Albania, occupied Albania until it was liberated in November 29, 1944.
I see, makes sense. なるほど。
いろんな歴史があるわけですけども、なんかアルバニアの文化もとても興味深いな。
Culture.
The culture.
Yeah, culture. Yes. Can you speak Japanese?
A little.
A little bit.
Very little,
So,
unfortunately.
例えばイエスの
Hi.
はいいいえが
そっかそっか。
very interesting.
No, yes.
Yeah. And
yes, no か。
ベサ
Besa.
Besa.
It's
So-
very special Albanian word. You cannot find it anywhere. It's a kind of word that a person, Albanian, give to another person. If they say you have my Besa, it means you are under his. It's everything. It's very important. We have a say in Albania when you keep Besa, better than, or you kill your son. That's important. I don't know if I make clear myself. So it's so important that Besa is compared to. It's more important to keep Besa than to save your son. You kill your son to keep your Besa, to keep the promises.
Mean it's a promise.
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 It's not promise because we have our word for promise, but Besa is very unique. It's something you shake your hand and say you are under my. I will protect you. You are under my supervision. In a sense, I will do it with any cost.
It's more like allegiance or strong determination to something.
It's not religion, no.
It's very strong expression of
Strong expression, yeah, much better.
そう日本の外務省のホームページではアルバニアの方々はすごく親切な人が多いというふうに書いてありました。それはベサが関係しているんでしょうか。
Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in the website
Yeah, website say the Albanian people very kind.
Kind.
And what do you say in English? 人懐っこいって何ですか？
人懐っこい。very easy to talk to.
Yeah, very friendly.
Very friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
Yeah,
So this is
very
the-
friendly.
それはベサが関係しているんですか？
For example, if you go to Albania, you are under Besa. I mean, you are protected from Albanian. If you go to a house, you are under his responsibility. Albania is a safety country. I mean, but if you knock to the door, for example, you are going hiking and for some reason you lose your path, your way to turn back. You see a light, you are happy. You knock to the door. You are welcome. First they will say welcome, and then they will ask you. They will give you to eat, to drink, and then you will ask you what is wrong with you, what do you need. Huh? You are welcome in the house. For example, if you have an enemy outside of this house, they cannot touch you because you are under Besa, under protection of this family. If you come to my family, you are safety. I mean, Albania is a safety country, but this is an old word. I'm trying to bring to you in attention how important is Besa still in Albania. Besa is a very, very old time word used by Albanians, especially when Albania was occupied.
Oh, interesting.
It was Besa between Albanians to fight the invaders, to fight for freedom.
Besa is the base of Albania.
So, yes, let's say yes.
So Japanese Japanese people image of Albania is kindly and friendly. So 大使から見て、日本はどういうふうに見えますか？
So from your perspective, what is the view on the Japan? So what's your impression to Japanese people?
Yes, let's say I've been in Japan since I've been studying at Kyushu University.
Kyushu University.
Yeah, in 92, 94. So for me, it's easy to speak for Japan. I feel at home here because I've been 5 times in Japan and so on. And my first experience in Kyushu University was great. It was splendid. So I have many friends, I know many people in Kyushu, I know many people in Tokyo because I've been 2 times more in Tokyo before I became ambassador. But Japan is very well known in Albania. If you ask the people who are from Japan, they will tell you, Akira Kurosawa
Oh,
or Ken Watanabe, which is an actor, famous actor. Or they will tell you for a soccer player who played in in England in Premier League, Shinji.
岡崎
Uh?
の岡崎の
Okazaki is playing in Leicester now, I guess.
中
スワンジ
He played in Shinji.
マヤ吉田
No. He played with Borussia Dortmund. Then he went to Manchester United, and then he back to Borussia Dortmund.
香川
Kagawa.
新宿川
Kagawa. And they will tell you about Murakami, the writer, Norwegian forest.
ハルキ村上
Yes. So Japan is very well known in Albania. Everybody knows Toyota, Nissan, their famous Sony, Panasonic, everything.
I see. But so what inspired you to come to Japan?
Actually, my background is economic finance. I am finance. All my life I've worked as administrator in the institution, in a governmental institution. I was director of state budget department in the Ministry of Finance for all budgets of the Republic of Albania, general secretary of the Ministry of Finance, director of cabinet of Minister of Defense. So, but when I was asked to come to Japan, it was like a dream comes true to come as ambassador. And I really like it very much to give some contribution to enforce the relation between Japan and Albania, and especially to bring to Japanese attention that there is a country, small country, but which big heart, which loves very much Japan.
Thank you so much. そうですか。なんか大使が日本を何度もいらっしゃってるとすごく嬉しく思います。九州大学にいらっしゃる。何を勉強されて？
経済学部。
経済学。
マクロエコノミー、ファイナンスポリシー。
そうすると大使から見て日本とアルバニアの経済の関係はどのように見てらっしゃいますか？
I would say, if I understood correctly, I would say the relation between Japan and Albania are splendid. From political, diplomatic, Japan is one of the main contributors to Albanian economy through JICA, Japanese International Corporation Agency. Many projects are financed by Japanese taxpayers, like environment, infrastructure, energy, mining, what else? Education, health. So there are more than 250 million euro given to Albania from Japanese government, and we are very grateful for this. But there is no, unfortunately, very small Japanese investment from private sector. I mean, there is no Japanese investment in Albania, though Albania can offer a lot. We are in the heart of Europe. I mean, Albania is 1 hour from Italy by airplane. It's 1 hour from Vienna, Austria. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes from Germany by plane. You can drive to Croatia by car. You can go to Greece by car. I go every year for vacation. We like very much the seaside, the beach. So I go a week to south of Albania, and then I go to Greece. Because I feel home, because Albania used to be bigger, but unfortunately in 1913 we proclaimed the independence in 1912. But in 1913 Albania was aggressively separated by Conference of London. So part of Albania was given to former Yugoslavia, to Greece.
Yeah.
But we are not pretending, we are not nationalists. But we know that there are many Albanians, there are more Albanians living outside than inside. There are 3 million living inside Albania, but there are around Albania Italy, Montenegro, Macedonia, and Greece, there are about 7 million Albanians close to the borders. For example, do you know that Mother Teresa is Albanian?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Actually,
A
I went
real-
to Skopje. Maybe it was 5 or 6 years ago. So there is a Mother Teresa house.
Yes,
in
it's normal.
Skopje.
She born in Skopje, but Skopje used to be part of Albania.
Ah.
But never mind. She real name is Gonje Boyadziu. Gonje Boyadziu. Gonje Boyadziu is a real name.
Ah.
Oh, I didn't
My
know that.
my feminine name is Teneke Giu. Her feminine name Boyadziu. You
Giu.
see the similarity? Giu.
Ah.
Boyadziu. But yes, she is born in Skopje. She grew up in Albanian capital Tirana, and she's used to say, by blood I'm Albanian, by citizenship I'm Indian. I am a part of Jesus Christ. His own words.
Interesting.
She's international.
Oh, I
Maybe
see.
most famous in Albania, in Japan.
His mother is
By the way, so what do you think the reason for the direct investment from Japan to Albania is not enough now? So what do you think the reason for that?
Might be many reasons. But I will tell you after in 2000 this year, because in January 2017, Japan opened an embassy in Tirana, in Albania. So now Japan has an embassy in Albania. It's very important. And I know the Japanese people want security, in sense they want, when the embassy is located in Albania, it means a lot for Japanese investors. So I expect that Japan will be more present. Another reason, I guess, would be that Japan is a big economy. Albania is a small country and a small market, in one sense, but I have another idea. It means Japan is looking big relationship to export to other countries, like Albania cannot be compared with Italy or Germany. Japan has been more focused on this country. But now I think Japan is having an eye to Balkan, because China
Yeah.
the presence of China in Balkans is very big. Russia also. But Albania is different. Even during the communist regime, we were more Western style. I will explain to you. When I was a junior high school student, I had a radio, transmitter radio. It was Japanese, of course. National was market, very famous. And each morning before I had my lunch, my breakfast, before going to school, and always I listened to the Italian radio.
Oh.
Italian radio, news, music, and so on. So we were very much linked to the Western style. Fortunately, our communist regime was against Soviet Union bloc. It means we had no close relation, or we did not have any relation with Soviet Union.
Before 1990.
60. Until 60, we had a close relation with Russia, Soviet Union. Then we started with China for a couple of years, and then we stopped with China. We were alone. Of course, alone means it's negative. You cannot stay alone in a world which is open to globalism and so on. But from economic point of view, but also from cultural point of view, we were more Western. If you go to Albania, you will see all Albanians know Italian, no German, no English, because we studied English and Italian. Myself, I studied English even during the communist regime. It was obligatory to study a foreign language, especially English. So we were more focused on Western style. We were positive to Italy, to France, to Germany, to USA. We were. I think it's a unique country which 99% of population is positive to European Union, to NATO integration. You know, we are NATO member, and so. I was saying that the Balkans, Russia and China are more focused, the presence is very high. But now, not in Albania so. So Albania can be a key or a good base to start Western style. Japan is even in East, but Japan mentality, Japan economy is based on free market economy, democratic country, and so on. So it's close ally to European Union, to USA, and so it's a free country. So we're more close to Japanese than other countries, Eastern countries like Russia. So we will please to have investment from Japan than Russia and China. So I think Japan is focusing now to Balkans, and Albania can be a good base to start for. Why? Because we have very friendly legislation. You can open your business in Albania in a couple of days, one-stop shop. You can. We have a security country, very secure, very safety. We are NATO member. We have a young population, the youngest in Europe. We have more than 250 days, sunny days in Albania. We are in the heart of Balkans. From Albania you can reach any country in Europe. So if you invest in Albania, you can export to Italy, which is very close. And Albanian labor cost is very low compared with other countries.
Labor cost.
And our labor forces are very qualified. Albanian government is financing a lot in professional schools. Together with European Union, I did negotiate when I was in Tirana during 2015 a big agreement with European Union, and they gave 30 million euro, which are big for Albania, to support professional schools. So there are quite a lot of advantage to invest. And as I said, Albanian can speak very good foreign language. You don't need, now we have a Japanese class in Albania. Yes, in university. And it means it's easy to invest in Albania now on. So Japanese investors are very, I think, very mature. They want everything to be under control in the program and so on. So I think all these arguments I share with you are within the Japanese investor mind. So if they know all this, and if the government will support investment, direct investment, private investment to Albania, I think, and the Japanese embassy in Tirana, in Albania, will help a lot.
So I did interview some country people. So almost people say Japan is so late.
Late to decide
It's
something.
late.
China
It's
is
late.
so speedy.
It's speedy, and Albanians, very frankly speaking, do not like China.
So
And their investments, for my opinion, as finance and economist person, are not very. There is no quality. Japan is very serious. When you Japanese take or decide to intervene in a project, they're very serious.
So in 2009, JETRO report said Albania sometimes what you say stop electronic. So Albania have an electronic problem in 2009. So 今はどうなんですか？
今は
Thank you so much.
I think I think there's no problem in. I don't think in 2009 it's not quite adequate information I guess from JETRO. Even 2009, Albania. Okay, if we talk about electronics, shall we say that mobile phone is electronic? Yes, and Albanians are with 2 or 3 different mobiles, especially to young generation. Internet and everything, the technology is there, and we have a lot of students studying abroad for electronics, even in Albania, but even abroad.
電気
Sorry,
エレクトロニシティ
I might mean say the 電気。
そうエレクトロニシテ
Okay,
ィ
okay. No, it was it was a big problem because, okay, I'll explain to you. 95% of the energy in Albania comes from hydropower stations, which are located in north of Albania. We have a lake, big lake, artificial lake, very beautiful now. If you go to Albania, you will join very.
I want to go.
Yes, let me know, and I will find you a good guide.
Thank you.
So you
And
mean that there's only one dominant electricity plant in Albania?
There are 3 dominant,
3
plants,
dominant.
which use the same lake to produce energy. That 3, one by one.
Because you have a big mountain.
Yes,
and,
yes.
lake,
But in 2001 and 2009, we had a big problem with the raining. There was no raining at all. And our capacity to import energy from abroad was very limited. Albania consumed in a day like 24 million kilowatt per hour. At that time, we produced by hydropower stations because there was no rain, only 5 million, and we could import only 5 million from abroad because capacity. And thanks to Japan, and thanks to Germany, and thanks to the World Bank, Japan has helped the World Bank portfolio to build a new system of importing energy from Albania. So we can import a lot now. In case hydropower state does not work because of the dry season, we can import. I think now it's resolved, everything is under control since 2009, but 2009 there was bad managing of the, bad administration of the hydropower stations and the company.
That's so interesting.
あれですね、アルバニアは、先ほど、大使がおっしゃってたように、NATO にも所属しました。で、今度は EU にも所属を目指して、
Yes, I got it. We are very close to EU. We expect this April, the European Commission will issue a resolution which will ask the European Parliament to open negotiation with Albania in June this year. We are very close. So we have made a lot of progress in 5 priorities, which was objectives put by European Union towards Albania. One was the judiciary system reform, which has been closed last year, and the result will be seen very soon, because we had a very corrupted judiciary system, and there was quite damaging the image of Albania. But I think now, with the new system reform, I think every is quite a strong network. Will not give room for corruption and so on. And reform in human rights, which Albania is one of the best countries in Europe for respecting human rights, was administration reform, public administration reform, which we did it successfully. We have very contemporary civil servant law. I am civil servant. I was civil servant since 91 when I started, when the regime was collapsed. But we have quite a nice package of legislation which helps a lot administration to have a solid administration, capable and professional one, not political administration. There were other on priorities like for people with how do I say we have problems, healthy problems and so on, which we successfully passed. So 5 priorities was met, and the European Commission, the European Union recognized it, and we hope and we are sure in April the European Commission will authorize or will ask the European Parliament to open negotiation for full integration of Albania in June this year.
これからどんどんこういろんな国とEU に加入することにさらに、アルバニアは大きな広がりを見せると思うんですが、今現状アルバニアはイタリアとギリシャとのこう貿易が大半を占めていると聞いています。それによってリーマンショックの時は影響がすごく小さかったと聞いていますが、さらに今後グローバルな国になった時に、すいません、ギリシャとイタリアと交流がメインだったためにリーマンショックの影響はあまりなかったと聞いています。それは強みでもあるんですけど弱みにもなるかと思うんですけど、そのあたりはアルバニアはどう考えていらっしゃるんでしょうか。
I think I need a little help. Please, can you?
Okay. So we heard that that main exporter and importer of for Albania is Greece and Italy. So なんだそれが強みであるか弱みであるか。
強みでもあると思うんですが、弱みでもあると思います、ね。
今後
まずそこを言ってもらって、はい。
なるほど。Maybe so we think that so this kind of limited exporters and importers would be the advantage, but that would be a disadvantage at the same time. So what's your opinion about this limited?
Of course, our main partners are Italy and Greece, economically and politically and strategically. We are close countries. We have quite a long history between us. Albania is one of the oldest countries, together with Italians and with Greek people in Europe. You know, Albanian language is very unique.
Yeah, very unique.
It's Indo-European language. Branch is very separated branch, like Greek, like Italic, and so on. You cannot compare with others. So we have very close relation. We have been in the war between with Italy, not with Greece. The population is mixed. We have marriage between, especially after 90s, with Italian Albanians, Albanians Italians, and with Greek. We have presence of before war. There are a lot of Albanians in Greece, but it's quite a huge community in Italy. There are Albanians moved. You have heard about our national hero, Gjergj Kastriotis, who fought against Turkish invasion for 25 years, and he is his monument is all over the Europe because he said that he saved the Europe from occupation of Turkey or Ottomans or Islamic influence. So there is a quite strong community in Italy, which has kept. They moved from since the 14th century to be safe from the invasion from Turkish. And many Albanians moved to south of Italy. So there's a strong community. After 90s, we have a lot of Albanians emigrated to Italy. There are 1 million Albanians in Italy, working, living. There are citizens, Italian citizens now. Also, there are 1 million in Greece. So, of course, we have close relation with Greece and Italy. We know Greece. Many Albanians can speak Greek, and not all Albanians can speak Italian. So we have quite close ties with Italy. The distance, we are so close, so why not to have quite a exchange with Italy and Greece? So main our trade exchanges with Italy and Greece. And the main products are Italy imports from us. We export to Italy goods like shoes, like shirts, like wearing things. I mean, also mining with Greece. Also, we trade foods. We trade different articles. Not a big industry in Albania from 90s. Before 90s, we had quite a strong industry. It's not necessary because Albania is a small country. We should produce more tourism. We should work for tourism, and we should produce for tourism, mainly. So it's good somehow because after the global crisis, who started 2007, 2008, Albania was the unique country which had lower level increase but no recession. So we had 1%, we should speed up of course, 1.1%, but never stop it because we were more closed and our economy is not that sophisticated with other countries. So the globalism had not a big impact on Albania. And this time many Albanians living in Italy and Albanians living in Greece, after the big crisis in Greece and Italy, moved to Albania. They brought a lot of money in Albania. And they invested in Albania during this time.
So is Albania going to increase the number of foreign countries to trade from now on?
No, Albania always, even during the communist regime, we had quite a nice trade with European countries, Western European countries, but also the Eastern countries. Of course, we are open to any kind of relation. We have with Germany, we have exchange. We have quite a interesting balance of trade between Germany and Albania, France, but mainly with Italy and Greece because the cost of transportation is very low.
アルバニアは今大使がおっしゃってたように、クライシスの時は 1% から 2%、3% とどんどんこう成長をしています。その、一番の要因、リーズンっていうのは何だと考えていらっしゃいますか？
Each one reason for increasing. I think Albania is eager to develop, to reach, and the population is very young, and the young generation are eager to invest to improve their future. But mainly because there is a political stability, which Albania is entering in the phase that we have political stability. The political stability has been a problem before. We had many crises, political crises and so on. Now we have a stable country, and which a stable country is a good opportunity, gives good opportunity for the investors. And as I said, many Albanians are moving from abroad to invest in Albania, but also to foreigners. And Albania now has more clear picture for the future. What will be the economic model of Albania? Tourism will be the model. Albania can offer a lot of tourism, historical, cultural, culinary food, cuisine, mountain view, hiking. You have Riviera, beautiful Riviera. I know Japanese like very much to move. They do not like to stay at one. But the number of tourists has increased rapidly last 2 years. And I hope they will increase in 2018. We forecast record number of tourists to visit Albania, especially from north, west of Europe. But I guess the Japanese will increase. Last year we had like 2,200 Japanese visit, which is quite a huge increase. Very small the number, but quite a good start. And we are working closely with many Japanese operators. For the first time, we organized a familiarization trip with journalists from the field of tourism last November. Some of Japanese journalists visit Albania from more than 3 days in November. So they went to Kosovo, and then they came to Albania. And I had a chance to meet with them. And they are publishing in very important newspapers, and they are making promotion of Albania as a new destination. And I'll show you a book which came to me last day, yesterday, from Mr. Katayama, who visited Albania last December. And he produced a booklet with some picture of Albania. Very nice one.
Photo books.
Photo book, yes.
So Albania don't need visa for Japanese.
No,
Yeah, so
no visa.
yeah, I want more Japanese people go to Albania.
I want to. That's why I'm here. Excuse me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much.
Take your time.
Yes.
So Albanian people, GDP is 48% is service. Service業.
Is tourism,
Tourism.
is construction and services. Okay. Services, construction, tourism, and agriculture.
Very important tourism for Albania.
Very important. It's becoming, I think, in 2018 will be the first by ranking.
World Travel Award.
Excuse me?
You say the number one.
Next
What?
2018, I guess.
World Travel Award. Award name is World Travel Award. No.
World Travel Award.
No. I'm saying that to the composition of GDP.
Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Understand.
No, it's okay.
So sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you so much. お気遣いなく。
I will give you some Albanian for information. I'll bring it right now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.